Welcome everybody! Today we're going to be checking out the My Life Cooking Playset. This set is for ages 5 and up. These are for larger dolls, but I think we can make them work. And I really am looking forward to creating some food. I am so excited to look at these pieces individually. Here's the back. You can see that it's for a larger doll, and you can actually make your own waffles and pancakes. All of them came out except for the measuring cup and the maple syrup. Right off the bat, I know that the fork and the whisk are just not gonna work. The recipe is on a piece of cardstock. It actually is a recipe. The maple syrup is a decent size. The measuring cup is a little large, but as long as you don't use this part, it should be okay. It does actually have the measurements on the side. That is very realistic. The plate is actually very neat. It has a wavy indentation around the edges. It gives it a flower pattern look. I think it might be good for a platter. Let's look at the mixing bowl. The eggs are a little large, but might be able to get away with it. The mixing bowl is a decent size. We'll have to see it against a doll. These measuring spoons, these are adorable. They're a little on the large side, but I might be able to do the first two. This muffin tin, oh my gosh, that's heavy. Looking at the bowls, blueberries and raspberries. Since we do have these, actually, are those raspberries or strawberries? That's a good question. I think they're strawberries. A bowl of strawberries. So we would have strawberry muffins and blueberry muffins. These are very heavy. I didn't expect them to be this heavy. These are solid. That could break a table. These are large, so might be a cake rather than a muffin. On to the box of milk. It is an empty box, but it's not a bad size. 100% natural. This is the box of modeling clay dough. That's funny. Not a lot in here, but it's pretty solid. Let's look on the inside. That's a very realistic color for the dough. I'm wondering if this is more like air dry clay or Play-Doh. Guess we'll find out. We have a miniature pancake mold, and each one has a cute little emoji face. That's too cute for words. We also have a waffle press. I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. Let's get cooking. The eggs are definitely big, but they could always be the exotic eggs. Bowl of berries. They seem a little large, but the bowl is actually not large. I wonder if they come out. Nope. After mixing everything into the bowl, it turns out like that. It is a little large, but I think we might be able to do it. Get your fingers out of there. Stop that. Let's open up the batter. This definitely feels like Play-Doh. I'm betting anything, when it dries out, it's just going to do what Play-Doh does. It doesn't want to stick together, that's for sure. All right, let's try it anyway. That's actually not bad. I didn't put enough in to be the heart, but that's actually kind of cute. Let's do a bigger piece. This time it'll definitely come off the sides, because that's a lot. Squish, squish, squish. And then you just peel away the excess. And that's how the heart looks. Not bad, but I'm imagining it's going to crumble when it dries out. So let's try some Model Magic air dry clay. For some reason, I really like working with this. And this little bit makes a lot. Let's test out the Model Magic. But first, let's tint it to the color we need. That way we won't have to do anything hardly afterward. I have this, safe and non-toxic, water soluble. We're gonna put some of that in here. And I don't wanna get this all over my fingers, so I'm gonna use this. And you can see it smushing. Well, I have tinted the dough, so it looks closer to what that is. Actually, that is pretty good close. Thumbs up to me. Now, we can create things. And it wants to stick. Good thing is, sort of comes back up off here. Let's make a waffle. Rolling it up, not bad. Put it there. Let's smush it. And that did not do well. Oh, let's add a little bit more this time. Rolling it into a ball, putting it in the middle. Decided to go ahead and smush it a little bit to help it be even. When we open it, if it opens, Okay, I'm going to use this. This stuff loves to stick to itself. And that worked really well. I spoke too soon. Now I'm just going to let that dry. See how it does. This one should be easy. Miniature balls of air dry clay. And we're just going to put them in there, smush them down. And the last one. And there we go. It's ready for drying time. Let's put them on to cook. Since I have extra, I'm going to make just some plain pancakes. I'm going to make 7 pancakes, a test. So let's go ahead, make the pancakes. I'm going to make the first one to be able to fit in this plate. I have 4 different ones. That way, it will always be on the bottom and it'll inset just like the Barbie ones. All right, I've made the ball. Let's smush it. Now let's see. Yes, perfect. Now the rest of these, I'm just going to make flat pancakes, but I have a special plan for this. I'm going to use this piece of bread to make a mold. Now I'm going to leave it like that and let this dry and then see what I can do with it after it's done. My first attempt went horribly wrong, so we're trying it again. Smoosh. And I'm going to let these dry on this. I'm going to take this, put one there and one over here, and turn this over. Alright, that works. Alright, we're going to try it this way. Of course, it doesn't want to come off, but that's a good shape, so I'm just leaving it there since it's the last one. 1 million years later. Let's take this one off. There's one pancake. Now that we've got this cleared, we can use it to take off other ones. Interesting. Now for this. I'm afraid that I'm going to bust it, so I'm going to use this to get down in here. There we go. Yeah, the bottom is still messed up, but the top looks good still, so we can still use it. Let's put it on this side so that it can dry. Let's go ahead and take these pancakes off. Oops, my pancakes are trying to escape. I'm going to leave this in there for a little while longer, as well as that. Perfect. Now to let that dry. Let's make some syrup. I'm going to take a brown marker. Doesn't really matter what kind. You just want, and of course mine's dried up. Here's a side tip for you. If your marker is getting dry, you can always add a little bit of hand sanitizer and you'll get some extra out of it. Now that I have some of the ink on there and I've let the sanitizer dry, don't want that in my glue, take a little bit, not too much. There we go. Might be too much, but oh well. Too late now. And just mix it in. Might have been a little bit too much, actually. Now, what I'm wanting to do is create some kind of drip pattern that looks natural, like I poured it. So I'm going to take this and shake it here and there, and if it gets to the point where it won't, I can always help it out. Rid of bubbles. There's one. Let's create some more. It's starting to dry, so I better hurry up. After these dry, they should look like syrup. Trying to eke out every bit I can. Waste not, want not. And there we go. Now to let them dry. Let's get these out. Sort of wish this was a silicone piece. Hey, if it ever broke, you could always make it into a burner. I'm using the not sharp side. Yay! And I messed it up. Those are cute though. Might be able to fix it. Think I did it again. That one turned out better though. This time I'm going to try my fingernail. And it's starting. I think that one turned out best. And the winky face. That might be the best one yet. Let's see what the last one is. Heart eyes. Wish me luck. These were my first attempt. I had a little bit too much of the marker in it. Looks more like gravy to me. So I started over and did it a little bit lighter so it looks like syrup. I guess this could be syrup too, but I like this one better. Let's decorate our pancakes. There are so many options. Let's put some of these on the plate. I have the ones with the circle in the bottom so that they don't move. And then I have the regular ones, which they do slide around now. These don't. See, here's a big one for that one, and a smaller one on top, and there's that. Now for the toppings. Take one of these off. Just be careful not to let it go onto itself because it's sticky. Then we can just have it lay on there. When you're done, it comes right off. Thankfully, they're easy enough to get off of the plastic. And the best way to store them is on a piece of plastic. Actually, for that one, I want something different. I took this off, and there we go. You just have to position it so it lays down. It's not as easy as it sounds. And there we go. I used some of the darker ones on these and the lighter ones on these. Now, if you have the Make It Mini food balls and you get a whipped cream that you don't use, you can always add that on top. You can always add strawberry slices to make it look good. Have a couple strawberries on the side there. And bananas are always a good addition. Voila. I went ahead and switched out these two so you could see the bananas better. These have dried, so you can see them. Looks like I'm running out of room on my table. Here is the actual dough that came with the set. Doesn't actually look bad, but if you play with it after it dries, it will crumble. Just a warning. That's why I like the air dry. Had a little left over, so I made a little cookie. The best thing about these is that you can deconstruct everything, so you can make it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like. Until next time, toodaloo!